In this WrestleTalk news, AEW in trouble, a new Tessa Blanchard accusation, my review of last night's Raw, and more. Subscribe and enable notifications to always on for daily wrestling news videos. Because my master Chopper Pete has said if we hit 815,000 subscribers by the end of this week, I will have to host an episode in the Miz's Aladdin genie costume from last night's Dancing with the Stars. Oh god. He's gone full blue Miz. Never go full blue Miz.
Support WrestleTalk!
CM Punk's return to wrestling, the debuts of Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson and Ruby Soho, Danielson vs Omega, no, not me hotshotting a 2017 fantasy booking video, but Tony Khan hotshotting 2021 AEW. The last 2 months have seen the promotion maintain its highest average rating since it launched, but it won't even get a chance to burn out viewers with too many big signings, as TNT will be moving Dynamite from its usual Wednesday slot to Saturday nights for the next 2 weeks. When this happened back in June, their viewership fell to its lowest figures ever. Those ratings are expected to bounce back once they return to Wednesday nights though. But it's a different story for their freshly launched second show, Rampage, which has seen a dramatic fall in viewership. Rampage was always going to struggle in the Friday night slot from 10 to 11 PM Eastern, airing right after SmackDown. Knowing this, Khan booked several huge matches and events like Punk's return, which got a massive 1.1 million viewers. You can't outrun the law of diminishing returns forever though, and viewership has plummeted since then, pulling in just over half that amount for the big Grand Slam episode, and last Friday's Rampage, which even featured a CM Punk match, drew only 502,000 viewers. It's lost 500,000 viewers since Punk's return in August. And those numbers spell disaster for Tony Khan at Sacrifice. I mean this Friday, where they'll be going against a special supersized SmackDown episode on FS1 that will run for an extra 30 minutes, commercial free. This will be the first time ever AEW has gone directly head to head with a WWE main roster show, and right now, it looks like they're gonna get destroyed. Additionally, Dave Meltzer is reporting there have been very weak ticket sales for this Friday's Rampage in Miami, which doesn't have the usual Dynamite draw because of that show's move to Saturday. To help sell tickets, AEW have announced the episode as Heritage Night, where if you bring your flag, you get in for just $10 and you get a photo with Cody Rhodes. Not sure many people want a photo with Cody Rhodes anymore. I do! Despite this, Khan is still playing up the WWE vs AEW feud in an interview with DAZN. They say we're not competition, but I've heard that AEW shows are on monitors in the gorilla position over there, so I take that as a compliment if they're watching us whilst trying to run their own show. What do you think about Rampage's future? Let me know in the comments down below, because I'll be replying to people for the first 30 minutes after this video goes live. From out of nowhere. Following news, Tessa Blanchard will be returning to Wow Women of Wrestling for its relaunch. Another accusation has come out about her attitude backstage. Speaking on her Green with Envy podcast, Chelsea Green spoke about the pre-AEW show All In, which featured a fatal four-way with both her and Tessa, claiming that Blanchard wanted to enter the match with her Impact Knockouts title, which Green believed was an attempt to strong-arm higher-ups into ensuring she won the match. While the spirit of the show was more a celebration of wrestling, I personally don't think there's anything wrong with wrestlers trying to protect the prestige of their promotion's titles. In fact, providing it's not done nastily, I encourage it. Like how Roman Reigns reportedly demands his title matches to either go on first or last at pay-per-views. It does help elevate the championship. He'll be facing Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the Universal title next Thursday. But Ringside News is reporting that this isn't just a one and done, I'm off to hunt bears in the woods now for Brock, as he's set for more than one match with Reigns, with one of the scheduled dates as Royal Rumble 2022. Now it's time for my review of last night's Raw in about 5 minutes. Thanks for your support on Patreon, The Vision, Adonis, and WrestleTalk's personal ring announcer, Rodrigo Benitez. You can get your own shout out by going to patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Drew McIntyre opened the show in the WWE cheerleader role, promoting the stacked card for Crown Jewel, which includes King and Queen of the Ring finals, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns, Goldberg threatening to kill a man, and Drew McIntyre versus Big E. This brought Big E out to cut a promo on his own nipples, which was interrupted by the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos. They're here on Raw tonight, they explained, because they sit at the table and Roman Reigns is head of that table. So Roman's an authority figure now too? Big E and Drew agreed to team up to face the Usos in the main event, but how will they coexist? For Raw's first King of the Ring contest, Xavier Woods beat Ricochet in a flipping fun match. The stage was set for some New Day on New Day action in the semi-finals. The tournament structure providing a very rare opportunity to have Woods and Kofi Kingston wrestle against each other without feuding. So Jinder Mahal beat Kofi clean to advance instead, which might actually be for the best, because it's that time of the year again. The seasonal breaking up of the tag teams. Now we've gone through Vince's odd couple tag team phase, it's long past time to dismantle the entire division, where we've seen the following acts broken up in the last 2 weeks: Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart, Beer and Shanky, Natalya and Tamina, Mason T-Bar, and now a team that was actually working terrifically well, Mustafa Ali and Mansoor. They lost to Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin in about a minute, prompting Ali to turn on Mansoor backstage afterwards. Riddle had booked himself in a match against Amos, knowing that his big brother Randy Orton would have a plan to defeat him. Riddle stalling in the ring was pretty funny, but AJ Styles getting increasingly irate pointing that out was even funnier. But it turns out Randy didn't actually have a plan. Or at least one that saved Riddle. Amos clobbered him down as AJ directed the offense from outside, including a roundhouse kick, which, in case you didn't see, that was actually a pretty normal kick first time round. WWE helpfully replayed it in slow motion several times. Roundhouse kick. The crowd were chanting for Randy to make the save, but he didn't, and Amos just pinned him. So that's when Orton appeared, hitting AJ with an RKO from being a bit of a dick to his tag partner, actually. Here's a recap from Goldberg's promo from last week in case you missed it. Bill really wants to kill a man. Now Danielson has faced Kenny Omega. The new interpromotional dream match has become Bill Goldberg versus Arn Anderson in a Glock on a pole match. The almighty Bobby Lashley said it was actually really mean what Goldberg said about wanting to kill him, so he's gonna beat him at Crown Jewel. NXT recall up Austin Theory pinned Jeff Hardy next with a fistful of tights after jumping him last week on his return. Sure, he cheated to win, and yes, the 24/7 title division pointlessly ran through the match, but at least Theory got a win, which is more than Karrion Kross can say against Hardy. Fightful Select have reported there is significant frustration backstage in WWE over the booking of the women's division, specifically how little time the Queen's Crown tournament matches got on Friday's SmackDown. So to address these concerns, Shayna Baszler beat Dana Brooke in 1 minute 24 seconds, and Doudrop got a lucky roll-up on Natalya in 3 minutes 2 here, bringing the total match time for the entire first round of the Queen's Crown tournament, that's 4 matches folks, to 8 minutes 16 seconds, which is roughly the same duration combined as the shortest individual match in the men's version, the forefront of change. I think the criticism of WWE's mid-card women's division is well-founded, but you can't deny the star power of the women's main event scene, as demonstrated by arguably this episode's biggest match of Charlotte Flair tagging with SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. Wait, so did Roman send all of them there too? But how will they coexist, you might ask? The answer, unsurprisingly, is no coexist. They immediately started a fatal 4-way match. Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce told them off, and it was restarted as the scheduled tag match. It was tense from the start with hard or blind tags and ignoring their partners, but the big brawl spot had already kind of been spunked before the match began. They weren't actually building to anything new, so psychologically the crowd weren't that invested in the actual tag action. We got yet another lame finish with the referee calling a DQ when Belair attacked her own partner Banks, meaning WWE didn't have to beat anyone. Everyone brawled, and Lynch stood tall with a man slam on Banks. And the main event saw Drew and Big E tag against the Usos. But how will they coexist, you might ask? The answer, again, unsurprisingly, is no coexist. Even though they had done the Mega Powers handshake backstage and started off with the New Day's Unicorn Stampede spot, they internally combusted, started brawling, and lost the match via countout. Drew stood tall at the end, not just with a claymore, but also with a massive bump and cut on his head from the brawl, which added several inches to his height. What did you think of Raw? Let me know in the comments. 70% of you voted for Crown King Woods in our poll on a poll match on the community tab. By Monday night standards, this was an alright episode. The Queen's Crown matches got no time, and it sucks that Ali and Mansoor are breaking up. But nothing else was actively terrible, and at least WWE is still putting on big unique matches every week with the 2 main events. This week's Raw is 3 out of 5. Now go pay tribute to our wrestling savior Tony Khan for his birthday by clicking the next video.